Okay, hi everybody. So, shocker today for some of us who really didn't feel that Gypsy was pregnant. She went to an ultrasound. I don't even know what you call it because it's not a doctor's office. It's these like boutiques that do the ultrasounds. And I don't understand why you go to those, but maybe some doctor's offices don't offer ultrasounds or 3D or 4D ultrasounds. I mean, I don't know. My with Ethan, I had those done, in the complex that my doctor's in, but I guess this is people are doing this. They're not maybe getting them with insurance. I don't know what the reason is, and I don't know why she said her last ultrasound was at 7 weeks and 3 days or something, because that doesn't jive with the pregnancy testing. So that is a little bit weird, but she said she's 17 weeks and 2 days. The ultrasound was not dated that we could see, okay? So we could not see a week, and usually there's a week. Like mine always were dating, they dated up on top. So we didn't see that on hers. And I found it interesting that, it seems like Gypsy is like already competing with this child, and she said something like, did she just punch me? And it wasn't like, it was scary. I mean, I'm afraid for this kid. I am because I don't think Gypsy is going to be able to handle this. I mean, I don't think she is, because she is just super about herself, and it scares me. It really does. Anyway, Ken, if this really is your baby, you better become a Mr. Mom very quickly. So anyway, so the baby's there, and then Ken's big comment, especially when he wanted to know first if it was absolutely sure it was a girl, and she said yes. But he made a comment about her prominent nose, to which Gypsy then, this is what I mean about her like being jealous, like cheered in, oh yeah, she's got that big nose, or something to that effect. And you're thinking like, okay, that's very nice, Gypsy. That's a really nice comment from the mother, I don't know. That just hit me the wrong way for them both. That was their comment. They're seeing their baby. I don't know. And then they got the ultrasound for free. It was sponsored for them, like they had a little sign when you walked in, like, you're a murderer and you get all these perks, right? Boy, I mean, this is just unbelievable, right? She's treated like this celebrity, and she unalived her mother. And come on in. I don't know what you guys think. Let me go to the live. I don't even have the live up. That's tomorrow's live. I have a very special guest tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You're not going to want to miss. It's really interesting. Let me go over here. Okay. So here I am over here, and make sure that is going. Okay, so let's see what everybody's saying. Hi, Margot, Kevin, Isabel, Alicia, hello there. Hey, Missouri's watching. How are ya? And Chris Ree, Cute Kitty Kitty, Soul Souffle. So what did you guys think? EXO? The world is going backwards, isn't it? Did you guys see this? Like, I'll put up the thumbnail. Did you guys see this? Picture, please. Did you guys see this? Lucky Ann. Here, Des. Come here, baby. Picture on the wall. Gyp is pregnant after all. So, I mean, I was already somebody from our rambling group who didn't think that Gypsy was pregnant sent me a video about how women fake these. But yeah, that's not when they're at the actual place having the transponder on their abdomen. So we have to just accept that she is pregnant, or this whole place is in on it, which I don't think so. So yeah, I'm scared. I don't. And a lot of people are already saying, okay, Gypsy, I thought you weren't going to, your baby was never going to appear on social media. She had not one qualm of doing this entire thing on social media, right? But she said the baby's never going to appear. Maybe she'll film the birth, but the baby is not going to appear. Do you believe that this baby is not going to appear on social media? See, the only reason I thought that might have been a thing, I thought if she wasn't pregnant, I was going to beat her out. But I'm just not sure how Gyp is going to deal with this. To a regular person, a person who hasn't been in prison for years, right? A person who is not, who did not take a plea deal for unaliving their mother, a person that doesn't have all this controversy, a person that just like that, let's say, goes from, their parents' house into a marriage, into having a baby. It can be quite an experience where they may think, oh, I didn't have time to do this or that. Now, Gypsy has not had the time to do certain things. She certainly didn't have the time to travel the way her sister Mia does with her significant other. She certainly won't. This baby will be here before you know it. And that baby, Gyp, I hate to tell you, comes first. And I don't think you've come to terms with that's the way it is. And you just won't be able to flit off whenever you feel like it. Though you said, if you could find the right sitter, you'd go to Spain. You'd believe, well, the baby may be in better hands with a sitter, but that's your whole thing. Like, just dump and run, right? So I don't know. I don't know. The baby's due in January, Kevin. But I believe it's January 20-something. But we also watched the last episode of Life After Lockup last night. And I already forgot, like, that she was pregnant in that last episode. I totally forgot that. I don't know if I dozed off for the first time, like when she did the pregnancy test. I don't know. I didn't remember that. I felt like they added it. And then I'm like, no, they didn't add it. But I don't know. Either my memory's like totally shot or what. But anyway, so that last episode is all about Gypsy leaving Ryan, and then, oh gosh, we have a little, I guess we could leave a little one over here. And then leaving that whole life behind with Kristy. And I think Kristy says some things in the car, like Gypsy is trying to show some emotion that Ryan stood by her during this whole thing, and oh my gosh, is he going to think that this was just because he was a prison husband and I didn't want him on the outside or whatever? And she's like, but yeah, I tried. And Kristy's like, yeah, nobody can say you didn't try. Kristy, what was that? Wasn't that like something like the end of March? And she got out the end of December, January, February, March, 3 months? 3 months. So 3 months. Oh, you really tried there. Yeah. Oh, nobody can fault you, Kristy tells her. Nobody can fault you for that. No. And then here's the other crap. Ken comes over. Okay, Gypsy's just really horrendous because she texts Ryan a picture of her and Ken standing together. She texts that to Ryan, and he's like, that's just evil. Like, why would she do that? And then the matching tattoos, they got the husky tattoos. That guy was crying. He went to his mother's house. He was all upset about it. Couldn't even talk about the tattoos with his mother. Horrible. And then... And Gypsy's just like rubbing it in Ryan's face. You could tell she just loves that power over him. And as soon as she gets off the phone with Ryan, she calls Ken right up. And the first thing, I just got off the phone with Ryan. So it's like, and she's going to be throwing that in his face all the time. And she said something else too. She's going to go a week at a time. Because it's like she thinks a week is a good, oh, hold on, everybody's getting home. I'm live. How is the blue moon? Did you see the blue moon? I'm live. Did you see the blue moon? Oh, there's supposed to be a blue moon out.
A blue moon doesn't mean it's blue, I don't think.
No, I know, but it's supposed to be a blue moon. Right there.
That's the only one?
Mm-hmm. So,
you can't freaking ask.
All right. How was the movie?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
They didn't see the blue moon
We
either.
keep that door and close that door, Dad.
I gotta get the dogs.
We'll get it. Well, it's okay.
When's the dog? How long has Desi been in?
Just a few minutes. They just came in when I went to go see the blue moon.
Shine bright like a diamond.
No, I didn't see the blue moon, but I was
Oh,
wondering.
it is really blue out there. Really light up in the sky. That's how you do it.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. So let's see. So she did seem truly happy in the. Oh, Kevin. She's happy for the moment.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's see. Hi, who's that? Natasha. Hello, everyone. Doing fine. I would like to know where it's been said it was free. If you look at Gypsy's video, it says it right in the description. Yeah, go in the description of her video. It says it right in there. So she she thank you. She oh gosh, my ADD is going crazy because I'm getting so many distractions. Sorry. Where was I? Okay, so she was just talking about week to week, and that's how it is with her, because it's like, I was really concentrating on my marriage with Ryan until we had an argument, and then I got a divorce. Okay, and then so she's like, well, I'm just taking it a week at a time with Ken, because just that's all she can handle, a week at a time. And then she really does believe it's supposed to be like a fairy tale, and Ryan said that she truly believes it is supposed to be a fairy tale, and that's just totally not realistic, right, at all. And You know, like, well, where's that going to go? It's not going to be a fairy tale with Ken. And it's not going to be a fairy tale because before she's even married to Ken, she's going to have a baby. She's not going to be able to do this, like, I don't know. She's not really thinking clearly. And I think it was like so much to get that season and not really realizing. I don't know. She's just so immature. So immature in every single way. The way she thinks, the way she acts, what she says. And so, yeah, just completely immature. So, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? How is the movie? How is the movie, Ethan?
It was good.
What was it, Aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys don't seem too thrilled about it.
It was okay. It was
It was not scary. It was good, though.
it was creepy, you know.
I'm just really tired. I can't do anything.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the same, which is over here.
Oh.
Just
Okay. All right. Good night. I love you.
no, it's here.
All right. So now, what was I going to say too about this? I'm sorry. This is all disjointed because I get off my. I'll get back on it. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Sorry, I'm back on it. When Ken came to the house, it seemed almost that Kristy was more excited about Ken pulling up. I felt like if Gypsy didn't go running out there to him, she was going to. And then when she hugs him, she tells him that how good he smells. And then right away, she's calling for his dog, calling and calling for him, and that he loves her. Kristy, this is doing this. And then when she was talking to Rod, it's like, I don't know, she seems to have something with this guy. And then when they play that again, well, not again, looking at it a second time when they're in the restaurant after they go back to the plastic surgeon, and Kristy is just like, something's wrong with her. She's too much of a meddler. And her daughter Mia said, you know, look, if you ever did this to me in my relationship, if you ever came to talk to me about an ex when I'm married to the partner she's with now, you better not. And she says, oh no, that's a different story. I wouldn't do that with you. But, you know, I wanted to talk about this. Like, she's telling Gypsy what to do. She's like really somebody that's vicariously living through Gypsy is Kristy at this point right now. And it may be because she feels she can better manipulate Ken than she could Ryan. Maybe she feels she has more control if Gypsy is with Ryan. And maybe she feels that she has more control of the money and all of the finances if Gypsy is with Ken. Hi, Lexi. Instead of with Ryan. Because I think Ryan has a different head on his shoulders. He was legally her husband. He still is legally her husband. They didn't live right on top of them. And I think she was, you know, didn't have as much control. I think that was one other big factor in the whole thing why she likes Ken. But I think there's something beyond that with Ken, okay? Where she's ironing a shirt instead of Gypsy, you know. Yeah, I don't think that it's Ryan's baby. That baby is not, okay, that baby doesn't look like it's not, it looks actually like it's even less than 17 weeks, okay, to me. It doesn't look like it's more. So, no, I don't think she'll have the baby in December unless the baby is truly early. I think the dating, if anything, would be younger than older. She's already, hi Millie. No, she's not acting like a mother. I don't think she wants that role, Millie. She is still in the role. She wants to be the center of attention. And having a girl, and she seems like somebody that's going to get very jealous. Jealous if Ken starts to pay more attention. It was almost like she was glad that he was pulling apart her features, and like she was going to tag team, like, oh no, the baby's not, I'm so much prettier than the baby. Like, it was weird. And then when she said, did she punch me? It was crazy. Hi, Scooter. So, I don't know. It's a dangerous thing, especially a girl. Yeah, I think so, Lexi. I think it's a cycle that could easily repeat itself. But see, I don't even see like where Dee Dee was really happy in this caregiver role and playing that part. Gypsy is not. That's not who Gypsy is. Gypsy wants to come out and still be the center of attention. And I think that's why we don't see her doing things that one would normally do, like with the baby, like even the planning and even the talk. No, because it's all about Gypsy. It's all about Gypsy. And maybe the reason, here's another thing I just had a thought about. Maybe the reason she's saying she's not going to put the baby in the on social media is because she doesn't want to share the spotlight. It could very well be that. And if she truly is, by that time, still earning income, revenue from social media, she could just hire a nanny and be done with it. You know what I mean? And then she would just say, oh, I just don't want the baby on social media. Nobody would know what she's doing, right? Nobody would be any the wiser. She wouldn't be raising the baby. Hey, Tammy Flo. Hi. Just back from your daddy's brother's memorial. Let's talk about Gypsy. Oh, yeah. Sorry about your loss there. Nice to see you, Tammy Flo. I haven't seen you in a long time. So, what do you think of that? Could it be that the reason she's saying she doesn't want, she said that she'll film up to the birth because that's still really, the focus is on her. But then as soon as that baby comes out, and it's his own little person, forget it, you're going away because his focus is going to be all on me. Could very well be that. Either she doesn't want to share the spotlight and she doesn't want anyone to know if the baby has the same chromosome deletion. Yeah, it could be that. Hi, Alpha and Omega. I heard the name of the baby will be Aurora. And it's named that to cause drama in the family. Well, I didn't hear about the drama in the family. I don't think there's, like they need a reason to have drama in the family. Hey there. Sorry, why can't I see your name? Nan6. Hi, welcome to the community. So what do you think about that? Do you think that would be a way she could, Ethan needs to take his girl to look at the blue moon. There's no blue moon.
It's too cloudy.
It's too cloudy. Yeah, but
It's been raining.
Did you
It's
see?
raining.
Wait, Nan's, she did an ultrasound today. She had an ultrasound done today. So unless the whole ultrasound place is in on it with her, they showed you. Do you see the ultrasound up there? There, right there. Yeah, Kristy's dog is named Aurora Grace. I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting next few months to see how this pans out. Somehow, believe me, Nans, I thought it was fake this whole time until today. Yeah, but I looked up that ultrasound place and I found them on social media, and I saw the woman that did Gypsy's ultrasound, and it's a real business. She is really doing this, and I cannot see that she would jeopardize her business to do something fake, because this is a business. I cannot see her doing that. Not at all. That's the problem. They wouldn't do that. Hi, Donna. I think there is too much money to be made as a mommy vlogger. I think she will plaster that baby all over social media. We'll see, right? I think she'll still be on social media. I just think she won't be on with the baby, maybe. I don't know. Hi, Nora Woods. Haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. Yeah, time will tell. Okay, I will agree, but we'll still hold reservations. Well, Nans, I'm there with you. Hi, Alpha. The baby also keeps her out of jail. That's why she's really loving it. Why do you think that, Alpha? I mean, if she really breaks her parole, they'll put her back. There's a lot of people that deliver babies behind bars. And they take the baby out, but that's what many are said. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, that's wrong. That's not going to keep her out. They let her be pregnant behind there and give birth. I've been here. You were reading to us and I didn't see you? Okay, Nora. I have a very special interview tomorrow at 2 p.m. You're not going to want to miss this. This woman has a story, okay, that you are not going to believe. You are not going to believe it. Okay, so let's see. She is never at an OBGYN. I know that. Never in a doctor's office. Just remember that. Believe me, I do. I say it all the time, Cloud. You know, like I still feel like this isn't real. I do. It's always these small businesses that do heart readings and ultrasounds. I'm having a hard time believing her. Me too, Cloud. Wouldn't she film the visits? You would think so. You would think so. And the only doctor's office we saw her in was the one that didn't look like a doctor's office with Kristy. And pretty soon, okay, her visits are going to start going every 2 weeks, every week, right? So she's going to be going to the doctor a lot. She's looking at the baby for more attention, like a doll, but it will get old after a while. Oh, it's going to get old right away, Scooter, when she has to get up for that baby, when she has to either nurse that baby or make bottles. That baby's crying, if it has colic, changing diapers, not being able to sit there and put on makeup for 3 hours, right? And that baby coming first. And if she's truly in Kristy and Rod's house, in that one room with the baby, Ken's not there, right? Oh, and then when we were watching that last episode, then Rod, you see, like this is so scripted. You cannot say this is not so scripted. He says, don't have a baby. And they're like, no, we're not going to have a baby. We promise. And then literally the next scene, she's saying, I'm late. It's the end of May. I just took a test and I'm pregnant. Okay? So that was so written into this whole thing. That Rod saying what he did, they saying they're not going to get pregnant, and boom, right? Yeah, I'm worried about that baby too, Cloud. A lot of us are. Wonder if she's thinking she'll have a nanny. Mimi, I think that's how it's going to go. I think she's going to say she has to have a nanny. She's got to do these things. She thinks she's like a Kardashian, right? And you notice that too, Cloud? Yeah. Very scripted. Totally scripted. She can't cook. She can't clean. She can't drive. Right. She can barely take care of herself. Exactly. And she hasn't even been out to get these life skills, to do all these things that she needs to do, right? She's in such a rush, like either like she thinks Ken is like the catch, that she's got to have this baby to hold him in, right? Like a baby's going to ever really cement a relationship. I mean, how many people have tried to have a baby to cement a relationship, okay? Crazy, right? The relationship is already rocky, and you say, oh, let me bring a baby in. I think that'll help things. But it's crazy. And they're not even married, but she's got so many things. She's just not the normal, like, we think of her like she just got out of high school and she's getting married, but she's 33. But even though she's 33, she doesn't have the life experiences on the outside, right? She didn't go to college. She didn't have a career. She didn't, so for 33, she pretended she was a child for an extra 4 years or so, right? On the internet, she had this crazy life. Then she preyed on a man, had him unalive her mother. She went through all of that, okay? Then came out that she wanted to be smelling like a rose. She didn't do anything. It's not her fault. She only had a very small part in this, and he actually did that. So people aren't going to buy that. Second, she comes out. She's filming a documentary with Lifetime, and she's got this, and she's running around to these different shows, and gets, she's with the husband that she married behind bars, but they're really trying just to navigate the beginning of their marriage on the outside. And one fight, and Gypsy throws in the towel and says, I really tried. That Gypsy thinks what she did to Ryan is really trying and really being committed to their relationship. That's insane. That's absolutely insane if Gypsy thinks that. And she does. And she's taking her and Ken's relationship 1 week at a time. Because see, if it's a bad week, she's out. It's crazy. And she believes it should be a fairy tale. And she hopes that Ken and her can have the fairy tale that they had always dreamed they would have. Life is not a fairy tale, Gypsy. And I'll tell you something. Coming out of prison, breaking up with one husband, running right away to someone else while living in your parents' house, getting pregnant, having a baby before you're even married to that other guy, without having your own place or anything, is the furthest thing from a fairy tale there is. It's not going to be a fairy tale, Gypsy. Ken should really take a long look at what she did to Ryan and beware. Ken is here for the dollar bills and the fame. That's all he's here for. That's all he's here for. He already left her once before. He said, "Hey, little lady." Me too. Hi, Sassy Darcy. How you feeling? He said that he didn't realize she was going to get so she was going to blow up, like be so popular. That's what he said. And I think he must have been like, crap, look at this guy Ryan. He's got like this starring role in this freaking Lifetime. He's probably making bank. And I had that before Ryan, and I let it go. That's rightfully my place. I'm going to call up Kristy and see if I can get in there. That's what it's about. Ken is in it for this. Now, let's say that Ken is not even into Gypsy or anything else. Could it be a reason he wanted to have a baby? I don't know why, she doesn't think, like, what she did, she doesn't identify with being a murderer. Whether you identify with it or not, Gypsy, that's the facts, okay? And you can sit there with that smile plastered on your face and that little girl squeaky voice. You did the most heinous things. You said the most atrocious things. And then you said you made your peace with your mother and she told you, please don't hurt me. And then you manipulated a man who was not mentally okay. And you mirrored him. You did everything to make him think that he was saving you and there was no other way. Even when he said, let's run away together, let's do this. No. You destroyed him. His life, his family's life, his mother is no longer here. His little brother no longer has a mother anymore. It's all dominoed off of what you have done. Okay? And she is full of rage and jealousy. Donna, she is very angry. She flies off the handle. She said it herself. We saw Nick say that she was scary. She has that rage. She has that anger. And she said Ken has already seen it. She blamed it on pregnancy hormones. It's not pregnancy hormones. It's not. It's not. It's psychopathy is what it is. And the whole thing is so sad. So it's like, when she said, wherever I go, I don't know if these are her exact words, but she was afraid he would leave her because everywhere she goes, she brings chaos, drama. And it's true. She's like a wrecking ball. Okay? And she's a wrecking ball that's trying to pretend she's something she isn't. So when she wrote those letters to her aunt and everybody and said, oh, please don't believe what the media is saying. I'm still the girl that loves Disney princesses and kitties. I'm still the girl that believed in Santa Claus until I went to jail. What a liar. Okay? Hi, Maureen Gunn. I hope she's getting some counseling with Ken. I don't think she is. She didn't get any throughout prison when she could have benefited and worked on herself and all that stuff. Nope. And we know what the relationships are, what she does to the guys. You just have to watch that one podcast interview she does when she has the control top pantyhose hanging out of her skirt because she doesn't know how to sit, doesn't even know how to sit properly on a couch when you're wearing a short skirt. And she's literally wearing control top pantyhose and they're completely exposed on the leg. And it's cringeworthy, but she talks about how she treats Ryan, and it's how she treats these men. She tries to see how much they'll take, and she gets a high off of it. So she treats them like crap, and then like Ryan said, she throws him off a cliff, and then, are you still there? Are you still there? Like, she keeps calling Ryan, like she gets the high off somebody still wanting her. You know what I mean? No matter how crappy she treats them, he still wants me. And she loves throwing other boyfriends. She did it with Nick. Do you mind if before we go, would you be okay if I slept with someone else, if I was with someone else? No, what do you think she's telling Ken? Like, oh, so-and-so wants me. How do we know she's not telling Ken, oh, when I was out in California with Kim Kardashian, this guy was all over me because I'm living my best life. You're not bringing me down, right? You remember her when she was out there? Okay, and Kristy was tying her shoes, buckling her shoes, unbuckling her shoes. Kristy was like the little, anything. Kristy wanted to get into that series at any way she could. And it's so funny because Kristy made those posts like, oh, if a movie comes out, we don't want any part of that. We don't want any part of that blood money. None of it. And we're not taking it. Now Kristy is like a little puppy dog following Gypsy around for the littlest part she can get in this. But really, okay, the word is that her and Gypsy are not getting along. But she's following her around like a little puppy. And did you see the way she was unbuckling her shoes and buckling her shoes? Did Ryan meet? Yes, right. Yeah, you don't know that, Scooter? I thought you knew that. Yes, he married her while she was in prison. And then in true Gypsy fashion, she did a breakup with him. Okay, after they were married, she said, we're going our separate ways. She was still in prison. And then she walked that back and then went back, went home with him. The D was fire and all this stuff. The D is fire. Okay, now it's all about Sunny D. Yes, Ken was also a pen pal to Gypsy, but Ken met Gypsy first, but then Ken left her. Hi, Nancy. I like your breakdown and perspective. Oh, thank you. Usually a little bit of my kids and my husband got home from a movie and they kind of threw me for a little loop for a minute. I got off my train of thought, but I got it back. I hear Kristy slapped Gypsy upside the head. I heard that too, and I heard that was very true. Now, I did hear that, and I hear that there is a police report, and that brings me to, like, last night I was saying, well, doesn't the cutoff police department have a police blotter? Wouldn't they show a run to that address if that's true? Gypsy needed a stable person to be released to. Correct. And so she used Ryan, but then, and then it was like, okay, well, that was going to be good for the series, right? And then let's get a puppy. Let's get a puppy immediately. Let's get a puppy. Hurry up. And then she was like, oh, let's get a husky. She wanted a husky because that's what Ken liked. And believe me, had she been allowed to get the husky, she would have taken the husky because she would have given it to Ken. But Pixie was, I think Shih Tzu and a Maltese, or a Shih Tzu and a Poodle or something. And so she never even made a big deal. Like, even on the episode when they got that dog, they didn't even make a big deal about it. Because I think she already knew, like, she was leaving him. And just like she left those cats after unaliving her mother without a thought, she doesn't have feelings like that. It's part of psychopathy. Now, let me see here. Oh, Scooter is still writing to Joel Guy Jr. in prison. Oh my goodness. So then Kristy is just, she had that all planned. And plus, I think Kristy has some kind of attraction to Ken for some reason. But let me tell you something. Ken's not making the big bucks, right? We see that, okay? Some question if he's even working. She says maybe he's a bartender. But he cannot afford the life that Gypsy believes she's entitled to lead. So what does that mean? That means that Gypsy has to be this celebrity that she's invented for herself, right? She has to have the social media. She has to have the lifetime deals, the book deals, all of that stuff, because she wants the McMansion. She was upset that she wasn't given the money to buy a big house when she was with Ryan. And that was like right on into it. What do you think she's going to be pushing now? When you think she's going to move that baby into Ken's little tiny apartment? No. She wants him to marry her. She wants a McMansion. Gypsy wants all of that. And that's even if she's with Ken. She may figure, well, maybe I can do the pixie thing. I can just leave this baby with Ken and go. You think she'd have any qualms leaving that baby? The dad and stepmom weren't in Gypsy's life until this whole thing happened. Right. But maybe she's planning on abandoning the baby the way she did Pixie. And I want to know that picture of Dee Dee and Gypsy, and they're holding a tiny little Chihuahua puppy. I have to find out what the deal was with that. Yeah, Lexi, she's way worse than her mother. So you have to remember that Dee Dee was not, it was not a case of Munchausen's by proxy, okay? Dee Dee was overly invested into Gypsy. She raised Gypsy and overindulged her in everything. And everything, all these cons that Dee Dee did were to benefit Gypsy, okay? To give Gypsy this great, great life. But you don't see that Gypsy had empathy for animals. She didn't. She doesn't have empathy for her own mother. She unalived her mother to get what she wanted. And then those two cats, she just left them there. When she talked about them, she didn't care about them. You know, and then I mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I seriously mean this. Soon after I mentioned it, she made a post on social media where she found one of the kittens that was hers and said, "Oh, I'm so glad that they've been taken care of. Where's the other one, Gypsy? Where's the other one?" And you never even care about Pixie. Except for that one time Ryan said, she's like, "Oh, where's our baby?" Because she was just trying to see if she still had him. I think she has a personality disorder. It's all very sad. I'm afraid this may end badly. Are they responsible adults around? If you call Rod and Kristy responsible, I don't know. It's Gypsy is just high raised in the boondocks. Gypsy is totally about herself, and that's it. And it's the way it always was. Gypsy got the princess dresses. Gypsy got the royal mashed potatoes in the Cinderella castle with all the characters, right? Gypsy got to go whale watching. Gypsy got to be with celebrities. Gypsy got to be the center of attention. Gypsy got to be with Kim Kardashian. The only one that's really let Gypsy down is Taylor Swift, and that is bothering her. Taylor Swift should, in her mind, have been so accommodating, should have wanted them, even though she couldn't have gone, but Taylor Swift should have embraced her, took her in those box seats with her at that game. Okay? And Taylor Swift should give her tickets to see her in New Orleans. And Taylor Swift should take her on stage. And Taylor Swift should take her backstage. That's what Gypsy thinks. Okay? And believe me, that's still bothering her. And that's why she's playing Taylor Swift's music every time she's making herself up. That's why she's talking about the concert she wants to go with her and Ken, but she can't afford it because tickets are like $11,000. She was an only child and very spoiled. Yes, Lexi. And she played the part. She knew the part to play. She thought that Taylor Swift wrote a song after her. Like, yeah, right. And Kim Kardashian, that's pinned on her Instagram. That's pinned there because, oh my gosh, hi Jen Grill. That's so important. That's important to her. And that's why she said she had to have this $2,000 crib because her baby has to have the best of everything. But I don't think she's like Dee Dee in that respect. I don't think she's like Dee Dee, who let herself completely go in order to coddle Gypsy, in order to do these schemes and scams so that she could get things for Gypsy. No. She wants to be the starlight. She wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to be the star. I have a 34-year-old son with Down syndrome and numerous health issues we've dealt with since birth. My oldest son and his wife are the sweetest couple ever. To help me give gifts, is that to the little brother? I'm sorry, I don't know where my glasses went. I put them down. To help me give I think gifts or something to the little brother. Yeah, that's very nice. Now Millie says, wonder how many young people are going to be unaliving their parents now because of his role model. See, but the thing is, it worked for Gypsy because they thought she was a child, okay? And people thought her mother had Munchausen's. And the prosecutor felt that if he prosecuted this case, it wouldn't be good for his political career. So he let her have a plea deal where she only got 10 years and just had to serve 85% of it. Oh, to give life. Okay. Hey, did I tell you I think she watches you? I think she does too, because, listen, when I mentioned the thing about the fruit being an avocado, That very next morning, she was taking a picture with an avocado. When I mentioned about the cats, where the cats are, a day or two later, that post came out about the cats. So I think she does too. But if you are Gypsy, I don't know what you're expecting with this baby, but you're not going to be the center of attention anymore. You're not going to be... It's a strain on the best of relationships that have been together with people that have done things in their lives. But I think Gypsy is envious. She's envious of Mia's life. Now, Mia, she's in her last year of nursing school. She has a long-term boyfriend, okay? He just got his MBA, and he's got a new job. They travel all over, you know. She's got the makeup and the clothes and the style, as Gypsy's saying. And now you've got Gypsy, who's trying to follow after her sister, but they're not the same person at all. They haven't led the same life. And she's not going to be Mia. And she's not going to be able, even though Mia is like 10 years younger, Mia has experienced so much more of the world on the outside, travel on the outside, relationships, and she has a track record of being with the guy that she's with now for years. Okay? Whereas Gypsy's relationships are ridiculous. And she believes they should be revolving, working on it 1 week. I'll give it 1 week. We'll see how that 1 week is. So I just think the jealousy for Mia is going to be so off the charts when, let's say, she gives birth, okay? She's dealing with her body after birth, right? She's dealing with a baby. She's dealing with hormones. She's dealing with all that. And in comes Mia with her makeup, all nice, put together. Oh, where are you going? Oh, well, we're going off to France. Bye. See you later. And again, you're going to have Gypsy sitting in a room at Rod and Kristy's house. And worse, it's Mia's old room. That's not lost on her. She's in Mia's old room. So she's the older sister, 10 years older, right? And she's in Mia's old room. And because of her decisions here, she has another husband. She can't get married to Ken. Because she can't get married to Ken, she can't live with Ken. They can't get their own place. Does Ken even have a job? If he has a job, can he support her in the manner that she believes she's accustomed to? Who's going to take care of this baby? She doesn't even know how to iron a shirt. She doesn't know how to cook. Future, she's going to get a lot of cosmetic surgery and try to look like a celebrity. Oh, I don't know. Mia has a good head on her. Gypsy is less than a year, and she's made a mess. Less than a year? Yeah, it's crazy. What is it? It's just crazy. And now you've got a baby. And what is she going to do? Like saddle Kristy with the baby? And she doesn't even drive. And we've got to find out, is she even able to go out by herself? So if she had a driver's license, is she able to go out by herself? That's another thing. Mia got a new car. Gypsy doesn't even have her license. Gypsy can't even ride a bike. And did you see how Gypsy gave up? That's like the whole thing with Gypsy. Gypsy fell off the bike. That was it. She was all, oh, my leg, I have a little cut on my leg. And that was it. I'm not going to try that bike again. That bike, no, I can't do it. That's how her relationship was with Ryan. Oh, something's bothering me. And then just the way she treated him, like she's very mean, very hateful. Like, oh my gosh, you told your, mother or your sister about this? Yep. Did. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? That's what she's like. She's like one of those mean kids in school. Right? Those ones like, I know you are, but what am I? Right? They're just like, that's who she is. Yeah, I did, Ryan. So what? Yeah, I'm taping you now, Ryan. So what? I want everybody to see how irrational you are. I want everyone to see she's a bully. Right. I want everyone to see how you're treating me. And then she manipulates everything, right? He was treating me like my mother was. Get out of here. Your mother, you, if anything, abused your mother, especially at the end, Gypsy. Because your mother was a very sick woman, and you know it. And you know that she was in bed that night. You know that you had fought for 2 days with her, and that you supposedly made your peace, and the last things that she said to you was, please don't hurt me. They will offer big money to get the first pictures. Oh, I'm sure she'll milk that for all it's worth, right? I'm sure Kristy and Rod, I used to really like Rod. I've seen Rod is just completely, once I saw again that HBO documentary, I saw the way he jumped when they said Munchausen's by proxy. When I saw that, that was it. And then I said, he's changed. He had the Duper's Delight on when he said, well, Lifetime, when he went on that live and he said, well, Lifetime's paying for it, okay? And maybe it'll be a beautiful baby. He knew what he was doing that was scripted into there. And then, now, yeah, I see him in a whole different light. Yep. What was wrong with Dee Dee? She had gout, she had diabetes, she was overweight, she had kidney stones. She was hospitalized once when they were in Disney with kidney stones. She had a lot of health ailments, and the people that saw her, like the last time Gypsy was out with her together, said that she looked terrible. Her health was declining big time. She was only 48 years old when she was unalived. Do you realize that? She was only 16 years older than Gypsy is right now when she was unalived. So, yeah, if anything, and anytime Gypsy was asked to describe her mother, the first things that came to mind were unique, overprotective, not abusive, overprotective. But Gypsy also describes her brother, Dylan, as overprotective. And I believe Mia is overprotective. Be careful. Be careful. I don't know. We have to do some digging, Kevin. But, yep. Sorry, not sorry, but she could walk, but chose to pretend she was sick. Oh, I believe it. Listen, I believe it too, Raised in the Boondocks. She was an active participant. She knew she was over the age of 18 when they were doing their third Make-A-Wish. She knew that. She would deliberately take her denture, her teeth out to make it look like she was younger and didn't have teeth. She dressed up the way she did in those like old lady clothes, and she looked in a certain way like everything wasn't okay with her, and she'd go on there and she'd sing and she'd do this stuff, and oh, they say fairy tales don't come true, but sometimes they do. You know, she played a part. She was an actress. She played a sick child, and she was rewarded. Yeah, the act. She was an active participant in that. She didn't use a wheelchair around that house. The doctor said her legs were not atrophied. She had muscle tone in the lower body. Hey, Soul. So, yeah, and you know, I'll still get some comments like, oh my gosh, she was abused. And it's just people that don't know the story. And a lot of people thought that was the truth. But you've got to go and dig deeper and see the text messages. See how she stole the knife that was used to unalive her mother. See how she groomed Nick Godejohn to unalive her mother. See that he was going to be okay with running away, but that was not okay for her. See how she asked him to do certain things to her because she thought she was going to say that he assaulted her as well, and she was going to get off scot-free, is what she was very shocked when they were taking her into jail. You could see her moving her legs when she jumped off the deck. Yeah, okay. And do you know how she jumped off that deck and the snow was only like that high? Though, gosh, I would think someone could get hurt like that, right? Like she could at least hurt herself pretty badly. That's not a lot of snow that she was jumping into. Not at all. She said it was a big pile of snow. That was not a pile of snow by any means, and she had no problem doing that. I only have to come to I only have come to see this new side in the last few weeks myself. Yeah, I know, Kate. We really have too. Once we started watching those interrogations, yeah. And then the text messages, crazy. Crazy. You know, it's just, it's really, I really thought people were so hateful and cruel, but I saw enough talking and thought I should look further. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, people that are treating her like this celebrity, okay? It's like crazy. Even her own, like, Ken is deluding himself. You know, about like what he said about Nick. Well, Nick deserves to be where he is because he, no, Ken, do you understand that Nick did what he did? Because she, the woman you're with, the mother of your baby, took full advantage of him, okay? And his IQ and his, all of his mental illness and everything, and she manipulated him to do something for her and then threw him under the bus. Do you realize that, Ken? You don't. He doesn't. But you'll probably be on a talk show on Dr. Phil in a year. I mean, Ryan still hasn't watched those interrogations. What are you afraid of? Watch it. What are you afraid of? Pinkberry, hi guys, just got in here. So what's the update? She had an ultrasound today. and there's a baby. She had an ultrasound at one of those places, one of those boutique places, Sweet Pea, right? And she got it for free. And she made a video about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours ago now. It was at 9 o'clock. It was 3 hours ago. So, yeah, a few hours ago. But she had it done on the 16th, and she released it today. That's about how long it took the public to see her as any kind of victim from the whiplash to accept the reality. They've been telling Ryan to watch certain things, but he didn't do it yet because he feels Gypsy will go back to him. It's sad, yeah. Phil Donahue died today. I saw that. Was he only 88? Oh, no. Since you said Dr. Phil. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Phil Donahue died today, yeah. Ken went, yeah. Yep. That's Ken right there. See, this is them in the ultrasound place. This is a picture of the baby. So, yep. She's 86. I thought she was younger than him, Kevin. So, wow, there's a baby, but terrible things she's done, the terrible things she does behind closed doors, but even to her mother. Yeah, Pink, I know it's hard. A lot of us are trying to wrap our head around it. But still, she does not, I don't know, she just does not embody an expectant mother, someone that's really looking, it's so weird. She just does not. I can see it and I still feel like it's not real. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, I mean, where do we go from here, right? Where do we go from here? Let's see if I find any juicy tidbits now that people are finding out, okay? Let's see what the interwebs are saying. Let's hear what the interwebs are saying about Gyp being pregnant, right? Let's see what they're saying about this sonogram. Let's I haven't perused them. Let me see what these interwebs are saying here. Okay. What's going on out there? Gypsy. Hang on, it's taking me a minute to get this. I'm not going to touch any more buttons, but I'll tell you that she had a ultrasound in there. They had a little letter board that said, "Welcome, Gypsy and Ken." Oh, look, it's so cute. Look, it's so cute. And they had it done in New Orleans. And it's a real place. And the lady that did her ultrasound is on their Instagram page for the place. So, yeah. They didn't give, she said she was 17 weeks and 2 days. We couldn't see any dating on the ultrasound itself. They didn't say anything. Like normally there's a gauge that they go under and they on the date, but she didn't do that. Now let's see what the interwebs are going to say about this. Okay. All right, let's see here. Gypsy. Okay. Come on. All right. So funny, I don't see a lot of people. I wonder if everybody, oh, this is weird. That one has absolutely nothing about her new ultrasound. Was the internet asleep today? Let me see this. Absolutely nothing there. This is crazy. And okay, let's see. Okay, so someone's talking about the comment Ken made about the nose. Okay, that won't give the kid a complex later when she sees this Ken already being a great father, exactly. And she's just a baby. He knows Gypsy was insecure about her nose. It's not right for either one of them to make cruel jokes about the appearance of an innocent baby's nose because they will eventually hear it, and those comments will trigger her. It obviously didn't offend Gypsy because she's delusional about attraction, so nothing can bring her down. She's on a high. But when we absorb the things people say to us, it's children, it's usually sticks. Okay. Gypsy made a comment about them both having big noses. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. Somebody thought again that his other comment, are you sure it's a girl? He must have secretly wanted a boy, they said. So Gypsy already has Gypsy said she wants to be the prettiest in the house. Yeah, I think kind of thinking that too. Okay, so let's see. People think it's something more to taunt Ryan with. People think the baby's Ryan's. I do not think that. The baby punched her, right? Okay, now let's see something. I don't know what somebody thought they caught something on the ultrasound, but no, it's the same date. I don't know what it's 8/16/2024. It was done on August 16th. Let me just see here what. Okay. Sweet pea. Oh my goodness. There's a comment that said something Kevin said during the thing. I can't say what it is. Gypsy's ultrasound vlog. Okay, and people, other guys said, they were saying to her, I thought you weren't going to exploit your baby. Boom, you're doing it. A lot of people are very upset about the comment that Ken made, and let's see. Let's see. Someone said she's going to exploit the baby. There's people still defending her. Someone said if you read the plan the PR company sent, she is doing exactly that. They're trying to turn her into a beauty influencer, mommy vlogger. What do mommy vloggers do? Essentially, they use their kids for content, which is basically exploiting their kids. It won't click with Gypsy because she lacks critical thinking. She's literally doing everything she said she wouldn't. Let's see. She'll lose her mind when the intention shifts from her to the kid. Exactly. That's what I said. She's not going to handle that. And I think that maybe be the only thing that she would get a nanny and she would say, I'm an influencer. I've got to go on. I've got to do my makeup routine. I can't have this baby bothering me. Like, she will do it for that reason, because she wants to be in the spotlight for her, not because she's the baby's mother. She doesn't want to be someone's mother and have the baby take the spotlight. Let's see. So much for not putting her on social media. People are worried about the baby. Ken telling her about like drinking the water. He said that in the ultrasound, like, oh, he wanted the technician to put on there, thanks mom or something for drinking the water, and because that's what he was always telling her, to drink her water so she would stay hydrated. Okay, so that's that it on that one. So everybody is, I know there were some people saying, okay, well, could she still be faking it? No. And apparently people are seeing a bunch of designer bags and things in her closet, but that doesn't even look like a real one that I'm seeing there. It looks like some knockoff. Let's see here. Okay. see what else. Okay, so they're saying her friend Bree, who has that TikTok, was on all night or something about. I don't know what she was on about, but I don't watch her. I don't even really, let's see. I guess she's defending Gypsy. I don't know if anybody watches her, maybe clue us in on this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Let's see. Anything else? That's really all there is about the ultrasound. I guess people are just Gypsy's monetizing hate. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, so that's about it about that. I don't see much else. Let me just see if there's anything anywhere else. I'm surprised it stayed under wraps all weekend, right? Because she had it done on Friday. Oh, let's see. Not much. Not much. Let's see here. Gypsy Rose marvels at daughter in new ultrasound. That's the headline around the internet. Where Ken and I got to see our baby girl up close with a 2D ultrasound. Come meet our daughter, 17 weeks. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Such an amazing day at Sweet Pea 3D 4D. Gypsy Rose says the baby looks like a baby now, not a chicken. She said the baby looked like a chicken at 7 weeks and 3 days. Okay. Gypsy. So yeah, there's people are already saying that she's doing November, and that it, they're trying to get the thing that it's Ryan's. I don't think that it's Ryan's. Okay, so anyway, let's see. Let me go back to you guys. Are you over there? Okay. Hold on, it's coming back to the chat. All right, so let's see what's going on. Hi, Angie Hensley. How are you? Okay. Hi, La Chancellor. How are you? Ryan has no clue how lucky he is to have escaped her, Oliver said. Well, this chat is flying by. Okay. Oh, Linda Uribe's here? Where's Linda Uribe? Oh my gosh, Linda Uribe! We've been looking for you. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. Oh my gosh. What happened? Well, we have a good one tomorrow, Linda Uribe. It's not Gypsy. It's 2 o'clock. I have an interview. It's so interesting, this woman's story. 2 o'clock tomorrow, Linda Uribe. And then Wednesday we have the auction. I'm trying to do a craft night where I'm going to do some sewing. What else? And all of that. You have a friend with the same name in Kentucky, Angie Hensley. Yeah, Bobby? Most haven't served time for ask interview and ask her questions. Mommy want to see you join Gypsy's podcast. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. But we can't turn away from this Gypsy stuff. It's crazy, Linda, because a lot of us thought she wasn't pregnant. And today we saw she was pregnant. And quite a few of us in here were convinced she wasn't. And it's scary. Scary. So everything's okay, Linda. Wow, we're really getting worried about you. Okay. Green up. What? No Monday, Gyp Gyp. No Monday, Gyp Gyp. What is that? Night, everyone. You're super tired, Tammy Flo. Thanks for coming in. I think we were all... hi, Danielle. Yeah, I was really thought for sure she wasn't. It is a scary thought. I wouldn't want to see her alone with that child. I wouldn't want to. She'll come out with a children's book, Kevin? Oh, please. Let's check out the, if there's any other news. Phil Donahue passed away today at 88. And let's see what else is going on. Pregnant teenager's husband is arrested weeks after she disappeared from a barracks. That doesn't sound good. A New York Instagram model caused a crash in Miami that killed 2 people and injured 2 others when she was driving on a suspended license. What? Look at this. This is something with makeup and filters, huh? Hold on, I can't get this to come over here. Did you guys hear about this? Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Here we go. Let me put this. Come on, over here.
Whatever your business needs.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I hate that. How does that do that? Get over there. Get over. Oh, don't act like a jerk. Okay, forget it. Alright, well, I'll just leave it like that because he doesn't want to cooperate with me to go full screen. Alright, so we'll just leave it like that, and that's the same person. And apparently her name is Macy Marie Lathers, 24 years old, who wasn't supposed to be driving. She had a suspended license. And she was in Miami, and she caused a crash that killed 2 people and injured 2 others. And she's from New York. Police say that she told the officers she was under the influence of a party drug known as pink cocaine. Pink cocaine. She was in Florida court on Friday. And it's the same judge that was for Donna Adelson, Mindy S. Glazer. That's the same judge, I believe. She called Lathers an absolute danger to the community when reading her arrest report. She said, and I quote, "She's an absolute danger to the community based on killing or driving when she shouldn't have been in a car, and she's clearly impaired based on her statements. And if it wasn't for the citizens or witnesses nearby who stopped her, she would have completely fled." Wow. Pink cocaine. Wow. So I'd say she's probably not going to be posting a lot of selfies. 2 people are dead. 2 people are injured. That's crazy. It's not letting me do anything else yet, so my computer is being a LJ. You know what that means. It means a little jerk. Okay, so all right, here we go. She allegedly was speeding in her Mercedes-Benz on North Miami Avenue. It was a little after 6:45 a.m. on August 10th. She allegedly ran a red light on North 8th Street and slammed into a black Range Rover. That crash caused a chain reaction with the Range Rover and a sedan. The rear passenger in the sedan died at the scene. The driver, identified as Abraham Ismail, was pulled from the wreckage, but he later died at a hospital. His wife, Juanita Hernandez, who was a passenger in this seat next to the driver of the Range Rover. Okay, now hold on a minute. Juanita Hernandez, who was in the passenger seat, and the driver of the Range Rover were both hospitalized. The security footage captures Lathers walking away from the scene before witnesses pulled her back to the scene. When police arrived, they noticed that Lathers appeared to be under the influence, and they questioned her, and she advised that she was under the influence of a drug known as 2C, and that she was from the future and had a crystal ball. Wow. She is facing 4 counts of driving without a license and 4 counts of leaving the scene of a crash that caused death or serious injuries. She is being held on a $140,000 bond. Meanwhile, a GoFundMe has been set up for the Hernandez and said he left behind a teenage son. Okay. Very sad. And all because she chose to drive without a license and under the influence. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. If there's anything. I know there was something when we were away last week, and I took a picture of it with Luke, and then I have to still look it up. Be on the lookout for a missing Ohio woman with severe medical condition. A 56-year-old woman hasn't been seen. Okay, 3 found dead after Texas house fire. Oh my gosh, there's so much every time you go back, right? And there's always little kids. Oh my gosh, is that? Oh my gosh, that's Lindsay Shriver. What the heck is this? Do you remember that lady we showed you? They were very, she was married to the guy that used to play football. They had 3 boys. They lived in this big house in Georgia. And she was having a murder for hire plot, and it was in the Bahamas. I didn't even realize this was her. Okay, so it says that she's awaiting trial in the murder for hire plot against her husband in the Bahamas, but she has accused her latest boyfriend of abusing her. In a protection order filed against 35-year-old Dorsey Ryan, Lindsay Shriver accused him of throwing her onto a bed, choking her, and putting a pillow over her face. Now, this doesn't even make sense to me because I thought she was with another guy, that him and his friend. Do you remember that? That she already left that other guy, got with it? This is crazy. So Love was arrested on July 31st, according to jail records, 2 days after Shriver filed the protection order, and nearly a week after the incident took place. She's also said he abused her on a trip to Florida several weeks earlier, but she did not report that incident to the police. He threatened to kill me, she wrote in the request. Shriver is accused of conspiring with her Bahama lover to kill the former Auburn University football player Robert Shriver, now a Georgia insurance executive. The couple lived in Georgia. They shared a home in the Bahamas at the time. She was initially released on bond, but ordered to stay in the Bahamas until trial. But late last year, a judge allowed her to stay with her family in Alabama until the trial. Shriver's boyfriend in the Bahamas, Terrence Bethel, and his friend, Farron Newbold, were also charged in the plot. All three were arrested at the same time and later released. So you're telling me then she broke up with that guy Terrence and she got together with this guy? And then I don't know if this is her husband that she was trying to have killed, and he was together with that Kristy daughter. And I don't know if he still is, but that's who, that's crazy. What is she doing? It sounds like she's out of control. Okay, definitely out of control. See if there's anything else. Oh my goodness. Ex-boyfriend charged in Tennessee. Woman's death found in the creek. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Let me see where you guys are. Please don't forget we have a really good interview tomorrow. Oh shoot, that's me.
Please don't forget we have a really good interview tomorrow.
Oh shoot, that's me.
Please don't forget we have a really good interview tomorrow.
I don't know why it's doing that. I'm trying to get it off and trying to get to where you guys are. Okay. There we go. You experienced a possible abduction for trafficking this morning. What? She was a young woman that had been taken from a known area for working women. You experienced a possible abduction. You mean you saw her being forced into a vehicle? Did you call the police? I'm sure you did, right? It's scary, is right. That's scary. Very scary. It sounds like it's bad outside. It sounds like it's thundering or something. But I have a really, really good, I mean, I don't want to give too much away about the interview, but believe me, it's got like all the aspects of a reality series on crack. Yeah, I was driving outside my home and I saw them on the corner. She flagged me down and told me what was happening. And then what happened? Oh gosh. I called the police 3 times, but they never showed up. So what happened? Kevin says sometimes that's a trick to rob you. What do you mean, Kevin? I stayed with her while waiting for the police and watched him until someone else picked her up. They make out like they need help, Kevin said. And then what? And then they get in your car? Oh my gosh, that scared me. Oh man. You know what I had? You know what happened? I had my kombucha bottle and I had taken the label off so it's real sticky. And then Jimmy bought me these nuts and I had it over here on my desk and I went to take the nuts and the bottle came flying with it. That was scary. That was crazy. Lexi, we watched the last episode of Life After Lockup with Gypsy Rose. I never thought about that, Kevin, but that was not that. You hear that wind? You hear the wind chimes? Yeah, Lexi, that I jumped too. That was scary. I didn't realize that. It got stuck to the kombucha bottle, and when I pulled it, it went flying with it. So anyway, 2 o'clock tomorrow is that interview, and I'll fill it out at probably about an hour before our guest with who she is, and I'm going to finish. I have to go over a little bit more of her book tonight. Kevin, I don't normally step up. Yeah, but just be careful, Nana, 6 loves. Be careful. So what we do here sometimes, we haven't done it in the last 2 nights because we've been so busy and it's been late, is we do the word puzzle. We do the daily word puzzle. Your mother had someone knock on her door needing help, and I said, call the police, don't let them in. Yeah, I would be scared to let someone in my house. Definitely be scared to do that. I'm glad you're okay, Nance. What state is that? What state was that in, Nance? What state? Can't believe it's August 20th. You're in California. Oh, okay. Huh. And you said that the police never showed up? Always call the police, Linda Uribe said. Huh. That's crazy. You've had a big man try to break in your house? Cops got here in 3 minutes. Gosh, where's that, Lexi? Where do you live? Yeah, you need cameras around for sure. Where do you live? And what state? That's scary. Louisiana. Wow. You live in the same state as Gypsy. Do you live around Gypsy? You were alone. That is very scary. I'm glad you're okay. Oh my gosh, you're in New Orleans? Do you probably, do you know where that ultrasound place is? Do you ever run into them? Oh, that's crazy. What's the, oh my gosh. You have run into them? How do people feel about them down there? Like, oh my gosh. That's crazy. How do people feel about them? Like, do many people even, like, sometimes people don't even know, isn't it crazy? Like, sometimes the local people don't even really know it. Not good at all? That's interesting. So they don't treat them like celebrities, but that ultrasound place did. But maybe she was just trying to get... some business. A lot of people are just finding out. I see. Oh, sorry. Scoot on. Yes, Nana. Hey, you're right on this. Okay. Good job, Nana. Yeah. I tried too, and it's not on there. Okay, so a lot of people are finding out, and you say the ultrasound place is in New Orleans, so it's a bigger place. From down there in the south, like an hour and 20 minutes away. Okay. Okay, so we need just a couple more, and then let's see here. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that special? Did we do? How did I not do that? That's crazy. So I need one more. Oh, tons of fun. Gypsy Rose is tons of fun. No, she's not, right? Do you want to do the other dailies that we missed? We missed this one. Let's play it. With our fake money. Wow, no three-letter words. Okay. She loves attention. Wrongly. Okay, very good. Wrongly accused. No, not Gypsy Rose. Grown. Very good. and gown, right? Okay. Yeah, we can't do now. There's no three-letter words, unfortunately. We only have four-letter words and above. So we can do wrong. And we have Warren. G. Oh, how about glow? That's one. And then glow. How about glory? Glory, 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 hallelujah. Okay, so I went to put it in, but you got it. Oh, hey, Lexi. Only is good. Very good, Nance. Do you play this game? Do you play this game? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Glow. Gory. Got it. Okay, and then this one has to, over here has to be no. I know, no, look how it yelled at me. It's like, no three-letter words, and I know it wasn't. I wasn't trying that. It's so mean, isn't it? Okay. What's this last one? Does anybody know? It's got to begin, for those of you that don't play this game, it goes like in alphabetical order, so it's either going to begin with a G or an L, but it's not going to begin with a Y, because you play a whole lot. Oh, okay. But we need this one, Nana. Nans. Sorry for calling you Nana. You're a Nans. Anybody? Anywhere? Know what this is? Anybody, anywhere? Anybody, anywhere? You guys are trying to think of this one. We just got to get this one. Oh, that's fine, Nicole. I'm sorry. Okay. You can't think of the word either? It has to begin with a G or an L. Gyro? I think you might have it. Uh-oh. Euro. I'm being a jerk. It's a euro. People call it a gyro sometimes, you know. It's like people that say Italian. But that's the way it is. It's a gyro. You want to do one more, try one daily one. Hopefully it's not a big long one. A euro. Sounds very good. Goddess. Right? And does gods goes get out of Dodge. That would be a terrible place to live. Everybody was trying to get out of it. Dodge. Doze. Doze. Dodge. Doge. Dogs. Dogs. Okay. Uh-oh. Sogs. No. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's see. Go. Let's give it a switch up. Oh. Okay. Oh, odds. Very good. Goes. I think we've got dodges we have. Dose. Okay. Dosey-do. Do 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 do. Odds. Let's see. Dosed. I did dogs. Let's see. We just have 3 more to get. 3 more. Oh, you know, Gypsy will say she has a 2nd or 3rd grade education. But when she was talking in the, with the interviewer about all the different books and the characters, I love how she says that. She wants them to think of her as like, oh, like she wouldn't hurt a fly. She only has a 2nd grade education. Right? She wouldn't even know how to lie. Did she ever get her GED? Oh, doses, okay. You know it's got to be DO. Oh, how about... Here we go, we got it. Hi, Amy. Should we leave that one to tomorrow? Let's do it. Let's